So on his turn, he takes the fast cavalry, or chariots that killed my Pegasus Knights. He brings them back around the woods, takes his Tomb Prince, charges the front of my Knights of the Realm. I would have fled, except he has the units behind me that I would have ran into. Actually, that's not true. He charged with both, and had I fled, one of them would have caught me. So I decided I just had to sit there and take it. You can see the Scorpion finally turned up. We're on Tomb King's turn 4, and this thing finally shows up. But it shows up and gets a charge into the flank of my Knights Errant, which was unpleasant. You can also see that my BSB and General are into the unit of Tomb Guard, but we didn't fight yet. I won combat and overran into him on my turn. And I think that's why I did. That's right. I didn't expect to have beaten those Skellies, so on my turn I thought we would still be there. On his turn I thought we'd pop them, and then I would move my guys. What happened is I killed so many of them that on my turn I popped the rest through combat res, and I couldn't move my guys unless I decided to overrun. And so I decided it'd be better to charge into that unit than to be charged by that unit. Plus it allowed me so that if he beats me, they don't go right to the flank of my Grail Knights should they still be stuck there. So that's why I did that. Anyway, there's another look. Yeah, so he directed all his attacks towards my BSB, who did not have protection from Killing Blow, and killed him. And my general broke. Scorpion came in, killed a couple of my guys, broke them in combat. They're fleeing. These guys came in and only killed 3 again of those Knights of the Realm. Those guys have been pretty resilient. Broke him, and he decided not to pursue. So my guys are, they're okay, they're just fleeing out here. But remember, he's got chariots to the right of the screen, so probably the reason he didn't pursue was so that he could keep those guys in the center, because he knows that his chariots on the right-hand side can take care of my Knights of the Realm next time. So there's just an overview of the board. Not a whole lot of models. It is a pretty bloody battle going on. You can see the Grail Knights wiped out the skeletons. So Brett turned 4. My general fails his rally test on Leadership 9, which actually was a pretty good thing because he had to flee towards the nearest table edge and got out of the way. My Knights Errant rallied, but they're going to be in trouble because they've already lost once to that Scorpion. I think they're going to lose again. My Grail Knights, they were facing the opposite direction. I just moved them forward and then executed a turn maneuver so that I was out of sight of the Tomb Guard. And that ended up being a huge mistake because of my unfamiliarity with how the Tomb Kings operate. You'll see that during their turn. And there's another look at the board. Not sure why this picture is there. Oh, the Grail Reliquary, whatever. I turned it around. That's all I'm showing. So my Knights rallied, and then again I turned them because, again, if we get into combat and he beats me and overruns, it's going to take him through the woods. I mean, there's really not a whole lot I can do. I'm going to get charged no matter what. So, overview of the board. Tomb King's turn 5. He takes his Scorpion into my Knights Errant. He takes his Tomb Prince into my Grail Reliquary. He turns his Ustabi around so they can charge next turn. His Tomb Guard, I didn't know, got a free reform at the beginning of the turn, and so during their declared charges phase, charged into the front of my Grail Knights. Had I known they could do that, instead of just moving the Grail Knights, I probably just would have charged his Screaming Skull Catapult to get my guys out of harm's way. I didn't realize they'd have that free reform and then double movement, so that was tough. He declared a charge on my Knights of the Realm, and I just fled just to keep my guys alive. So there's another picture there. Looks like he killed one of my guys. These guys tore the Grail Knights up and chased them off the board. So that was huge. There's a big point sink there. So my turn. I rally my general. There's nothing he can do except just face that unit. My Knights of the Realm fail their test, so they're running towards the near side of the board. And my Knights Errant are on the left, still in combat. So you can see things are going south in a hurry. My Knights Errant all die. My peasants took the chariot out from under. They were attacking the prince, but their combat res wounds he kept allocating to the chariot. So now chariot's gone, prince has 1 wound, and my guy's just sitting there actually performing pretty well. This guy charged a catapult and won and overran. Yeah, these guys charged me again. Of course, now that I think about it, on my turn, they failed their test, so they should have automatically fled, and they would have fled into that impassable terrain, so I'm not sure what I was thinking there. And he didn't go through the woods, because he clipped me outside the woods, and then we maximized models, so whatever. And then he had this free reform, so he reformed to face my general, and then he charged into my general. And like I said, there's nothing I could do, except just to take it. So the big dudes charged in, and they're putting a hurting on my peasants, or they're going to. His scorpion gets magicked into them, and they die. And by the looks of it, they must have fled. Yes, they fled because they lost combat and were outnumbered by a fear-causing enemy. So I've got nothing on the board over here. These guys lost combat and fled, and he can't be rallied, so they're destroyed. My general survived, and my hero's hanging out behind the hedges. So on my turn, the hero stays behind the hedges. My general finally gets killed, and that's the game. So I don't know if that was a solid victory or a massacre. Probably deserved to be a massacre. Great learning experience. Real fun game. Just it's nice to play an army for the first time and get a feel for the kinds of things they can do and what you have to look out for and stuff like that. So anyway, that was it. Lost to the Tomb Kings. Hope you enjoyed it.